So now we're back at it with Alodar for his second ride. I've got Megan doing a little bit of his warm-up again with Rune the Mustang as the pony horse. And then you see I've got my English saddle, which is an Arion jump saddle on him. And then we have the rope kind of hybrid Bozal. So Megan's just getting him to kind of change directions and going both ways. And you can see sometimes the pony horses will often want to regulate them and tell them to not get ahead of them, which is pretty funny. But their Rune and Fledge are like super priceless horses for me because they really, one, teach my students, and they also help me with a lot of my other horses and gaining confidence. So now Megan's going up into the canter, and now Alo's gotten up into the canter. It's always interesting to see how different each young horse is and how they kind of figure things out. Some like to go a little bit more forward when they're working things out, versus some are a little bit stickier and a little bit less motivated to go forward. Alo is definitely the less motivated to go forward. He will, but he also enjoys slowing down. So now going back to the right, and this is the easier way, the stronger way for Alo. So just like people, they can be left-handed or right-handed, and he is definitely more so likes the right lead than the left. So that's just something that I will be mindful of when working him and asking, when I'm starting to ask for certain things or helping him get stronger on that weaker side. So now on him, and I'm feeling pretty confident. The first ride was, really nice and boring. And again, I've sat on him bareback and done lots of on the ground things. But there was a nice little scoot. So he's just getting used to me in a different saddle. Honestly, it was nice to feel him go forward a little bit. And working on going past the gate, so we start to learn to move off the leg. And also, we have our buddy horse, but we also have to learn to go past the horse as well. So now just getting him in a nice trot. And that's okay. Almost went into Rune, but you can see Rune's not too bothered by it. He's going to hold his ground, which is really good. So Alo can start to learn how to navigate here. That was pretty good. And into a nice whoa. He really responds well to when I say whoa and when I change my body. So that's something I'm really going to want to build on. When they want to give that to me naturally, I always reward that. It reminds me a lot of how Fledge was. So now I was going in just doing a little bit of moving off my leg work. Again, he's had lots of groundwork. I did the tip challenge with him back last year. So he knows lots of things, and so now we're just connecting it to when I'm on his back. So now going into the canter, I'm using my hand and smacking my leg just to create some motion and sound to help me. And again, give me a really nice stop. So sometimes what I'll do is I will ask for transitions, especially early on in the beginning, in the same place, making sure it's not by the gate or by our friendly pony horse, but in a different spot. So then they start to understand when I ask for things, especially early on times. This is our second ride, so I want to make sure I have good brakes. So now we're going to the left, which is our harder way. And I can get a little bit more of a response when I smack that leg. And so he picks up the right lead, which is the wrong lead, but then he's trying to figure it out by going to the left. I'm just going to keep increasing until I can get that to help him keep going. And we got it. We're cross cantering behind, but he's got it in the front, so we're halfway there. And that's all right. It can be hard work kind of figuring this stuff out. So then just going behind Rune. Getting a little bit better response into the canter. There we go, and we got it. I'm just trying to make sure I stay back behind him to get him to go forward. And then I'm going to really reward him for that because that was a very good boy. And pop off. Make sure he knows he was good. And just give him a second. I was really, really pleased with that as our second ride. And then decided he felt really good. We could see what we could do about opening the gate. Again, I've done a lot of work with him on the ground with stuff like this. So he does know the concepts of side pass and stuff like that. But now he gets to get used to me kind of hanging over the side. And I was really pleased with how he handled the gate. He's confident in that way with his body. Sometimes that can get the young horses to be worried. But not for Alo. He's a really good boy, and he seemed like he really enjoyed this part, being outside the ring. So I was really quite pleased with how confident he felt. So kind of the next couple of rides, I think will just be nice and long walks kind of outside the arena or my pen, and helping him get those miles that way. And again, he gives me a really nice feeling. Really nice and relaxed. And he's being the lead horse here, so, that's really promising as well. The fact that he feels that confident. And again, I like to play with them in the beginning. I'll hop on them bareback, going back and forth to their fields, and I really think that really helps them and make my job easier for when we get to this point. And also training them to stand by the step block. I like to get on and off on the step block. It really saves my knees. And you see he was a champ about that. So really, really pleased. The only part he really flinched about was when I put my stirrup up. So I just made sure I did that again to tell him that, that's okay. That's where repetition can be our friend to help show them that it was okay if they get a little bit nervous. And then coming into the barn. And he's a really good boy about standing and ground tying. So here I'm going to take off his thing, and he stands perfectly. So I give him a cluck sound, which is the clicker sound that I like to use, and then give him a treat reward of some Buckeye treats. So he was a very good boy. Well done, Alo.